Yasu Malagedo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Where did Christopher Mintz Plasse, aka McLovin, go? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate McLovin on recently celebrating his 40th birthday. It was brought to my attention via YouTube, which everybody's addicted to these days, and it made me think to myself, what happened to this guy? I mean, he was one of the biggest nerds on the planet at one point, and, well, let's just be honest, he still is. I mean, he still kind of has that same look. I mean, he doesn't wear glasses, I don't think. And, let's just be honest. We recently lost Screech, Dustin Diamond, rest in peace. And it's one of the first biggest nerds I ever came across, other than Revenge of the Nerds. And just a whole bunch of nerds we had to grow up with. You know, it's very easy character to pick on. And, even in 2008, I believe. This is when the world was introduced to McLovin. And even to this day, he still makes me laugh. It's one of the funniest movies of all time. I really believe that. They did such a great job with that movie. And I'm just wondering what the fuck happened to this guy. He kind of disappeared. I was told he was supposed to do a TV show that didn't work, and obviously they never made a Superbad 2. I mean, I don't think they should, but I'm just saying, I mean, they made how many fucking Revenge of the Nerd movies that were extremely unnecessary. But the point is, I like to know what the fuck happened to this guy, because he was very funny, and I'm sure he's still doing shit out there, but obviously he's going to be known forever as McLovin. But a lot of people don't even know his name. Even I didn't know his name. When I first saw his name, Christopher Mintz Plasse, I had to look it up, how to pronounce his name. I just assumed maybe it was French, like Plasse or something, but no, just Plasse, plain old Plasse. But again, he'll always be known as McLovin, and in a good way too. I don't want him to feel that we're ripping on him or anything. He is fucking awesome. So, if you don't mind, I like to go to the good old website called Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, and tell you guys a little bit more about Christopher, aka McLovin. Christopher Charles Mintz Plasse, born June 20th, 1989, which is not that far off, by the way, from the actual card that they used in Superbad. That guy's birthday was June 3rd, so it's pretty close, man. It's just, pointless facts. That's what I'm about. Is an American actor and comedian. Again, I've never seen him do stand-up. I'm sure he's good at it. Vinny from Jersey Shore does it. I've attempted that. We'll talk about that another time. I'd like to see him do stand-up, honestly. No bullshit. Who has performed roles such as Fogel, McLovin. Again, I always forget the guy's real name in the movie, too. I mean, again, he'll always be McLovin. In Superbad, Augie Farquez, they say Farquez? Yeah, in Role Models, and Chris D'Amico in Kick-Ass. Christopher D'Amac, I'm seeing, is he Italian? I don't know. I mean, Plasse, okay. And its sequel, Kick-Ass 2. He is also known for playing Scooney in Neighbors. That's without the U. You gotta keep that in mind, I'm Canadian, so we add a lot of U's to things like donuts and whatever. And its sequel, Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. Mintz Plasse provided voice acting for Fish Legs in German. That's in and German as one word. I guess that's his name, I don't know. In the How to Train Your Dragon franchise, and King Gristle Jr. in Trolls and Trolls world tour. So as you can see, it's, pretty much gotten him on a pretty good roll, of acting, voiceover work, which I've always said is the easiest work. That's why I love Chris Rock. He gave that great speech, the Academy Awards. I know I've said this story before. You go to the studio, you do your thing, they give you $1 million. Boom, that's it. But he's been able to keep himself busy ever since Superbad, and in this day and age, it's a pretty good thing. Mintz Plasse was born in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles, where he attended El Camino Real High School. That's a cool name for high school. Performing on its improv comedy team. He is the son of Ellen Mintz, a school counselor, and Ray Plasse, a postal worker. He is Jewish on his mother's side, whereas his father is from a Catholic family. Okay, so I knew it. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. If you see a recent picture, which is on Wikipedia here, he almost looks like he could play for the Italian soccer team. I mean, he's got that short hair, black look, kind of spiky, the black hair. He looks the part. He looks the part. I can say that. I'm Italian. So, yeah, he's been able to, like I said before, keep himself busy. And, a lot of people don't know a lot of things about this guy. I didn't even know this guy's real name until, 10 minutes ago. So, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say a couple facts I found about him. And, why not? Nothing else to do today. It's a nice day. He played drums for the band The Young Rapscallions. I haven't heard that word in a very long time. After starring in Superbad, Mintz Plasse used the money he earned from the film to buy himself a drum set and to start learning the drums. LA Weekly reports that the hobby of his turned into a passion for him and his friend, and they started a band called The Young Rapscallions. Now, for those of you who are under the age of 10 and have no fucking idea what rapscallions mean, it's a very fancy, old-fashioned word for, someone who gets in trouble, hence rascal, rapscallion, all that shit. So, there you go, more useless facts. He used his camera phone for headshots for Superbad. Christopher Mintz Plasse's career was launched by his character in Superbad. No shit. With Superbad being his first acting credit and his first role in a film, you have to make sure you had everything ready when he was auditioning for the role. That means he needs his acting credits classes he took, his audition tape, and headshots. Headshots are one of the most important features for actors, but he did not have any prepared in time for Superbad, and Long Reads reports that he ended up using his camera phone to take headshots for his audition. Now, for one, I think that's awesome. It makes for a good story as well. Headshots, ladies and gentlemen, are, obviously when you go to an audition for an acting gig, movies, whatever, they obviously need pictures of you and what do you look like. So, they just want to get an idea of what you look like, maybe certain angles, if you got a goatee or, are you willing to shave your head, what would you look like, blah, 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 like all this shit, whatever, right? And, they can get pretty pricey, could be, on the low end, $100, $200. I mean, who knows? It all depends on how much the person with the camera wants to rip you off. But in this case, we are living in the age of the beautiful cell phone, which I love. People keep ripping on cell phones. I did a whole podcast about it. It's awesome. Okay, ever since I saw Inspector Gadget, him talking to his phone or his watch or whatever. And now we do actually end up talking into our phone. So, I think this is awesome. I don't care. So, he saved a couple bucks by doing that. The shit worked out perfect. He was supposed to star in a CBS show. Back in 2012, Mintz Plasse, I already fucked up. I see that. I don't know. I got to say it in French. I don't know why. I just, Plasse. There you go. Sorry, bud. was filming a CBS show called Friend Me. Rumor has it that there were enough episodes filmed for a whole first season. This show was about two friends who just moved to Los Angeles from a small town to start their lives over and start working at Groupon. What the fuck is Groupon? Well, I just found out what Groupon is, and it's what I thought. It's about coupons. So, yeah, okay. Everybody had a grandma that would, cut out coupons out of the paper. I remember there was a funny scene in Sopranos where they showed Paulie actually cutting out coupons from, I don't know, the local newspaper or whatever. That's awesome. But, yeah, that's what the show was going to be based on. I didn't know that. So, yeah, I mentioned that before. I don't know what happened there, guys. I mean, maybe they had cold feet. I mean, usually when you make a pilot, you can tell from there if you want to make more episodes. You don't make more episodes because it just costs more money. So, I don't know. Maybe they had cold feet. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? But it says here, the series was by Alan Kirschenbaum. There you go. And according to TV series finale, I don't see, again, guys, I can't read. The show was canceled and never aired due to Kirschenbaum's death. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, rest in peace. We wish that CBS at least released the episodes they filmed so we can see the last work of Kirschenbaum. Yeah, I know. Like, why don't they release them? I mean, maybe they release them by now. I don't know. Who knows? But listen, there's a little thing called the internet, guys. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like a huge waste if you can't release them. So yeah, just come on, guys. Let's stop depriving us of more McLovin. He plays bass guitar for his band Bear on Fire. Okay, so he definitely knows his music chops. Putting his drum set aside, Christopher Mintz Plasse created another band playing the bass instead. According to Music Junkie, Mintz Plasse's I did it again. Guys, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm sorry. Plasse's current band is called Bear on Fire, that plays a mix of Southern blues, alt rock, which is a cool way to say alternative rock. Just say alternative, guys. Progressive rock, and mid-tempo soul funk. They have played at the Viper Room in Los Angeles, as well as going on tour throughout the United States. To date, Bear on Fire has released one album called Velikata Back. Velikata. Sounds cool. It's a cool word. I'll look it up one day. Back. And you can listen to and purchase on iTunes. What can't you these days? So there you go. I mean, worst case scenario, the guy's a rock star. That's awesome. Okay. I mean, when you looked at Buddy Holly with the glasses, you think, oh my God, this guy's a nerd. And then, the guy's awesome. Rest in peace to him too. And if you ever have the chance, see the movie with Gary Busey, the Buddy Holly story, which is excellent. He got nominated for an Academy Award for that. So that's how good he was. He was in the music video for Kid Cudi's Erase Me, featuring Kanye West. Mintz Plasse has starred in amazing movies and short-lived TV shows, but he's also been in a few music videos as well. A music video that you can instantly recognize him and is the music video for Kid Cudi's Erase Me that featured Kanye West. The music video that you can find on YouTube shows Mintz Plasse wearing a long wig and holding onto drumsticks. We are just curious if they knew that he played drums and if that is why they had him play that in the music video. Well, that would be a hell of a fucking coincidence, don't you think? Yeah, there you go. Loves music, loves Kid Cudi. Who doesn't love Kid Cudi? Kid Cudi came out with that one bad album. I forgot what it was called. I don't know. He's on the cover there, and it's all, I don't know, the graphics are all wavy there. That was not a good album. I don't care what anybody says. But the rest of it, it's all good. In Kick-Ass, his character was supposed to have a minor role. When Christopher Mintz-Plasse was first auditioning for his character, Red Mist, in the superhero movie Kick-Ass, his character had a much more of a minor role. But in the book, Kick-Ass, creating the comics, making the movie by Titan Books, the film's director discussed how he was completely mesmerized by the Mintz-Plasse performance that he ended up making the character a more prominent figure in the movie. And thank goodness they changed his character's role to be in the movie more, or else we wouldn't have the amazing sequel, Kick-Ass 2. I didn't know that, and we will talk more about Kick-Ass in, well, I was going to say a few minutes. It might be more than that, but we'll get to it. He starred in an online video series to promote Far Cry 3. When a huge video game, Far Cry 3, that personally I've never heard of, was released, there was an online promotion that starred Christopher Mintz-Plasse. According to IMDb, Mintz-Plasse starred in a series of online videos that were released to YouTube as a fictionalized version of himself. Well, like I said, I have never heard of this. There's more. In the videos, he was trapped on an island that was controlled by the psychopath pirate named Vaz. That's with 2 A's. And if you missed it, as promotion, when it was going on, you can still see the videos on YouTube. Where else? So make sure you head over for a great performance of a fictionalized version of Mintz-Plasse. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you give me a few minutes, I will check it out. Okay, so I watched a bit of the video, and yeah, they definitely put a couple shekels into this. First of all, I'm almost certain that was Seth Rogen on the boat as well. I don't know if someone can clarify that for me. I don't know, whatever. Also, the one guy here, he looks like the bad guy from Better Call Saul. He kicks ass. And then at one point, they literally bury him in the sand, which I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've always wanted to do that. But my biggest fear is that my asshole friends will just leave me there. And I know they will. I know they will. And I'm sure some seagulls are going to peck at my head, Marlon Brando style, and I'm going to be stuck. So again, it seemed like a good little paycheck he got. I'm sure he got way more for this than he did for Superbad. And you know what? Why not? There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Nothing wrong with making a little extra money. He hired an acting coach for Kick-Ass 2. If you have seen Kick-Ass and its sequel, Kick-Ass 2, you will notice there is a huge difference in the character that Christopher Mintz-Plasse had played. After the events from the first movie, his character takes a much darker than in the first movie. This is a horrible grammar here on the site, so I'm not going to mention the site. I'm going to be nice. But much darker than in the first movie. It doesn't sound good. The point is, he knew he had to improve. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that. What was it? Tobey Maguire, he took acting classes before Spider-Man. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. You always want to improve your craft. So that's cool with me. He starred in a short film by Dave Franco. It is easy to tell that Christopher Mintz-Plasse, which, by the way, I always love, they keep testing me here. They keep putting the whole name. I don't know why they just don't put Christopher or whatever. And Dave Franco are close friends. Actually, as a side note, I'll get to Superbad in a bit, but Dave Franco did show up in a few seconds in Superbad. He was on the soccer field, and he was the guy that pissed his pants or whatever, and I don't know, when he was 8 years old, and people forgot about that, and then Johnny Hill says, people don't forget. I'm full of this shit, guys. They have filmed different movies together, and every time they're pictured together and doing interviews together, they'll always just they're always just joking around and just having fun, and yeah. According to Entertainment Weekly, after Mintz, Plasse, okay, so now they're not saying Christopher anymore, and Franco filmed Fright Night, Franco wanted Mintz, Plasse, you to star in a short film, Would You? Let me repeat that again, hold on. Wanted Mintz, Plasse, you to star... Someone's got to proofread this shit, guys. I mean, this is very disconcerting. Anyways, yeah, so they're close friends. Again, you know, you make a lot of good friends in this business. If they can put you in their movie, go for it. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Who cares? As long as the check clears. For his super bad sex scene, his mom had to be on set. I heard this. I've heard the pain in the ass. Fuck yeah, this is starting to affect my grammar. That they had to go through to make this scene. So if you have seen the movie Superbad, and I have, then you cannot forget the sex scene that his character McLovin had in the film. Cineplex reports that filming the sex scene was very awkward for a Mintz Plasse since he was underage and his mother had to be on set. Well, who do you think brought the condoms? He states that he and his mom have not talked about filming the scene since the day it happened. Thank God. And we don't blame him since it had to be an awkward situation for her to watch and for him to perform. Okay, so I'll just get into this now. Apparently, yeah, so you have to be obviously a certain age to make a sex scene. I'm going to get a little graphic here, guys, so, bear with me here. If, somehow the penis grazes the vagina, just even a little bit, like if you're under it, that is considered, so there was even someone there, and I mean literally right there, watching as, like forget your mom's there watching you trying to fuck, but there's someone else there making sure that nothing actually touches. So, again, I mean, it's, again, was it worth it to be one of the coolest nerds in the world? Absolutely. Absolutely. It was awesome. But holy fuck, that sounds awkward. But in the end, it was worth it. It was worth it. I don't care what anybody says. It was worth it, guys. This movie is hilarious. And let's go on IMDb here and check out all his films. Now, a lot of people, when they, have a role like this, usually do a bunch of shit before, and nope. Christopher's first role ever, or acting credit ever, was playing Fogel, aka McLovin, in Superbad. Which I just realized something. I'm assuming Fogel is his first name, right? Or is it one of those things, because I don't know, like people used to call me by my last name, and then I remember one time I was in a circle of friends, just talking there. I'm like, hey guys, and one guy says Michael, and the one guy says, who's Michael? And he says, he's Michael. No, he's, I'm not gonna say my last name, maybe one day. Let's keep the mystery going. And yeah, they're like, well, Michael's your first name, and this is, I mean, guys, these are the people I had to grow up with. But yeah, so I'm not sure. I mean, Fogel really doesn't even sound like a first name. I mean, I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just, I'm trying to stir the pot a bit. But I don't know. It's like if someone can look into that, that actually has a podcast that actually, really, cares about their podcast, please, feel free to tell me. But yeah, what can I say about this movie? This is one of the best comedies of all time. I really believe that. Definitely one of the best teen movies of all time. If there's a top 10 teen movies, it's definitely there. Might even be top 5. Is it better than Breakfast Club? No, but it's pretty close, man. I mean, it's almost like, I'm not gonna say it's the next generation's Breakfast Club, but it's pretty awesome. It really is, and if anything, I like to say a couple facts I found about Superbad. So, I mean, the first thing was, I think a lot of people already know this already, but Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg wrote the film when they were just teenagers. So there you go. I believe they wrote this when they were 13, 14 years old, something like that. And, and you even think about it. I mean, like, why is the movie called Superbad? I don't think once in the movie they say Superbad. They just wanted to call it something cool, and Superbad came to mind, and there you go. When they were making the movie, I was also told that, like, I have a research team. Like, people told me. I had to find this shit out myself. Come on. But I was told that the people behind the scenes, the camera people, whatever, they thought they were making a movie straight to video. For, I'd say, the last, 20 years, whatever, even more. I mean, there's so many of these, like, teen comedies that, they go straight to video. I mean, like, even the American Pie series, they got the movies that go to the theaters, and they got, like, a whole bunch of movies that go just straight to video. Why? Because they make a small profit. Why not? So, and it also says here that the director, Greg Mottola, let the camera run for hours, even between takes. Why not? You never know what's going to happen. Worst case, makes a blooper reel. One thing I always found funny, I just want to say this before I forget, is I looked up, like, who's in the movie. At one point it says Danny McBride. Now, if you don't know who Danny McBride is, his best show, or his best thing he's probably known for, is Eastbound and Down, which is hilarious. He's got a couple other shows. Vice Principals. I forgot the other show that he does with John Goodman there. But, I mean, everything's on HBO. You can check it out there. And he's a really funny guy. And they said he was in the movie. I'm like, I don't know. He wasn't in the fucking movie. You can't miss Danny McBride. I mean, he's fucking hilarious. I mean, for a while there, he was rocking that hair like Van Damme did in Hard Target. And, the guy's just fucking awesome. A Fistfoot First. That's a really good movie he did even before beating up Seth Rogen. But anyways, this isn't a Danny McBride podcast. It's a McLovin. Come on. But I love Danny McBride. And the scene where they go to the house party there in the beginning, where they're taking all the booze, whatever, you can see Dan McBride in the background. So he was there, and I think they just told him go there. So again, pointless facts. I don't give a fuck. It's my podcast. You don't like it? Producer Judd Apatow tapped into Seth and Evan's friendship to add drama to the plot. There you go. Why not? It's basically based on these two guys. Like, in the movie, they're named Seth and Evan. It's those two guys. When you write a movie, you can do basically what you want. But you got a guy like Judd Apatow on your side. He's gonna, put in his 2 cents, which is more than welcome. He's fucking awesome. Again, he's like the next generation's John Hughes. He can do whatever he wants. So yeah, that's awesome. According to Michael Cera and Jonah Hill, who I'm gonna have to do a what happened to that guy, because I know, like, for a while. I mean, honestly, when's the last time you heard of Jonah Hill? I don't know. I haven't seen him in. He was in that Netflix show. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of, whatever. But I don't know. Didn't he lose his weight, gains weight, loses weight, gains weight? I don't know. It sounds like the story of my life. The real Fogel is more like the Evan of the group. So yeah, I can see that. Michael Cera spent an hour improvising dance moves, which is what you see in the opening credits. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But I will say this, though. When Fogel, a.k.a. McLovin, goes to that party and he shows his girl his moves, after a very, very, very awkward interaction in the hallway, even in 2008, like, you don't really ask someone what time it is. I mean, even at that time, had a phone. I mean, that's so 1992. But yeah, he kicked ass. Beautiful dancing. I loved it. Watch it again and again and again. Boogeyman, boogeyman. Jason Segel read for the part of Evan. I don't see that. I don't see it. He's too tall. No, I don't see it. Seth Rogen's assistant, Matthew Bass, plays the Vagtastic Voyager. Again, I could see that. Makes sense. Makes sense. Christopher Mintz Plasse's first scene ever in his entire acting career was his character's intro in home economics class. Gangsters, what's up? That's it. So right there, beautiful intro to the character. You know, you see already off the bat, you know, he's a nerd, but he's a cool nerd. You know, is he smart? A little bit. I mean, he got into the same school as Michael's character there, Sierra. You know, so you know, they don't want to keep that shit a secret from you know, Jonah, and you know, yeah. But he's cool though. You know, he's down for a party. That's awesome. You know, kind of like the nerd in what was it, the 16 Candles? Yeah, you know, what's happening, hot stuff. There's many racists, and I believe there's like a rape scene in that, isn't there? And then people always give that movie shit. And again, this is a very different time, guys. And even 2008, I'm sure they would give this movie shit now. And where am I going with this? I don't know. The point is, yeah, you know, this is a good movie. Jay Baruchel's, oh shit, you know what? I share the same birthday as this guy. Awesome dude, proud Canadian. Love this guy too. I can never say his name right. Baruchel. There we go. Okay, that's sweet. Is responsible for getting Michael Cera his super bad audition. There you go. See? There it is. Canadian hospitality. There you go. I just wanted to end on something Canadian. So, getting back to the beautiful movie that is Superbad. I honestly can't say enough about this movie. On IMDb, it's got a rating of 7.6 out of 10. Just give it an 8. I mean, let's stop fucking around here. I mean, this is great. I mean, like, you know, again, the movie starts with the whole dancing montage. I'm not gonna go through the whole movie because you should see it, especially if you've never seen it. I might just watch it again just for shits and gigs. It's supposed to rain today. That's my excuse. And yeah, I mean, you know, it starts off funny with the dancing, and then you get a good introduction to the two characters talking on the phone back and forth. You know, what porn website should I subscribe to? And you know, Jonah Hill is talking about Michael's mom's tits there. You know, a beautiful intro to the characters. I mean, first of all, let me give props to Jonah Hill here. Again, I will do, you know, where the fuck happened, what happened to this guy. But yeah, Jonah Hill, you absolutely have to give him props. He got nominated for Best Supporting Actor in Moneyball. By that logic, he should have won, and I'm not bullshitting here, this isn't supposed to be a joke. He should have won Best Actor for Superbad. I mean, you couldn't have picked a better guy for that role. Same with Michael Cera. I mean, he I don't want to say he plays the same character in every movie, but I mean, you know, he always plays that kind of awkward dude, whatever, you know. Like for the most part, he does. You know, I still love him. I'm just saying. Again, these two guys together were excellent. And then you throw Christopher Mintz Plasse, a.k.a. McLovin, a.k.a. Fogel, a.k.a. one of the biggest, best nerds of all time. In the mix, you have the basic nerd version of the Three Stooges, basically. I mean, you know, they're like all they're missing is just poking each other in the eye. Instead, Jonah Hill gets hit by not one, but two cars in the movie. And again, I'm a bigger guy myself. I don't know if he survived because it's a comedy or his size, or I don't know. Maybe his very froey hair cushioned the fall. I don't know. But again, it's fucking hilarious. There's so many fucking funny scenes in this movie. Again, I already talked about the sex scene with McLovin. You know, I love like he's got he wears glasses in the movie. He takes off his glasses, you know, for sex, which I used to back in the day before LASIK. And yeah, I mean, you can't see shit. I mean, you know, it's and like he's like squinting away. He's on top, and you know, and then like clearly his dick is in there, and you know, he just has the O face. He's like, oh, it's in. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. I mean, it's just, and then you got the two cops, played by Bill Hader and Seth Rogen, who might be again, the two coolest cops funniest cops in cinematic history. Yeah, I mean, this movie's just great. Emma Stone's in it. She has made a hell of a career for herself as well. One of my favorite guys, he's on that show with Andy Samberg. I mean, that show's okay, but I'll always remember this guy in Beer League. Joe Lo Truglio, he's awesome, very funny. Do you guys have MySpace or no? Okay. Yeah. So again, like, this is a really, really funny movie. Again, I should talk about it more, but again, I don't want to give shit away. I really don't. But yeah, Christopher did an excellent job as Fogel. I mean, again, another story I heard is that I think he taped this when he was 17 or about to turn 17 or whatever, and then he taped the movie, and then he had to do one more year of high school. So picture basically being in one of the funniest movies of all time. I mean, recently I heard that Jonah Hill and Michael were just talking about, as soon as the movie came out, I mean, it just exploded, especially overseas, North America, all that, whatever. They couldn't go anywhere. I mean, they became instant stars, all three of them. And so imagine that happens, and then you have to finish one more year of high school. That's exactly what Christopher had to do. So because an education is very important, and I mean, he absolutely. I'm just saying. I hope his mother wasn't with him after that while he was getting laid. But I mean I'm assuming that last year of high school he could have probably spent on his back. But this movie is just fucking hilarious. I could go through it scene by scene. I really could, but you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to let you see this movie, okay? I saw it opening day. I actually talked about a story during my cheat podcast. It was a good date, but it was bad because I was seeing somebody. It was a whole. It's a very long story, but the point is, I remember going to this movie and laughing my ass off. So absolutely. Highly recommend Superbad. It is an excellent, excellent movie. Done. Okay, the next thing he did was a TV series called Rainy Days. He played sketchy laborer number 2. He was in one episode of that. He was in a little movie called Role Models. Role Models, again, I like this movie. Obviously, it's not as funny as Superbad. What is, but it's a very funny movie. It stars another guy that did a themed podcast about Where Did Whatever Go. Sean William Scott, a.k.a. Stifler, Paul Rudd. These two guys go in there. They, commit some bullshit crime, a little thing called, vandalism of a statue. And, they have to do whatever community service. Part of it is they have to enter a Big Brother program. And one of the kids is played by Christopher Mintz Plasse. He plays Augie. Oh boy, this guy gets the worst names in fucking movies. But again, Augie, I mean, you're assuming Augie is his first name, but there's no last. I don't know. They just whatever, guys. It's a comedy. Who cares? But a great cast of people too. Elizabeth Banks. You got Jane Lynch, which is one of the. I mean, Jane Lynch became popular for I don't know. I forgot what that singing show was. Whatever. I don't know. Lip synced or some not lip. Some singing show about high school kids or something. And. But I knew her because of this. Well, that and she played the nurse that covered for Harrison Ford in The Fugitive. That's right, she did. I totally forgot about that. So she kicks ass. Kim Jong, again, Joe Lo Truglio, he's in it too. Matt Walsh. Alexandra Stalmer, Carly Craig, Nicole Randall Johnson, a whole bunch of funny people, man. Good people. Ken Marino, who I will always love. It's funny, I didn't see this dude in a movie in a long time, and I remember Men Behaving Badly with him and Schneider there. Rob Schneider, yeah. Deuce Bigelow, and that was a really funny show. If you ever have a chance, check out that show. The original guy was the dude that was in Mystery Alaska. He pulled over Al Pacino in Son of a Woman as the cop there. I watch way too many movies. The point is, this is a very funny movie too. Check it out. Even before this movie, I did not know they actually have like medieval gatherings where people actually play fight in a park or something. It's, I guess I shouldn't judge because I don't know, I watch movies all day, whatever. So, but I mean, this is just fucking weird, man. I don't know. But anyways, it makes for a funny movie. Stifler is obsessed with Kiss for some reason in this movie. Kiss kicks ass. I do like Kiss. I'm just saying, they dress up at the end. Again, I won't give it away. But it's a very funny movie. Okay? Then he did a short called The Tale of RJ. I didn't see that. Year One. Oh, unfortunately, I did see that. This is like this is almost like a modern day version of Mars Attacks. I mean, it has an awesome cast of people, but just, I love Harold Ramis, man. Don't get me wrong. If you don't know who Harold Ramis is by now, forget. I can't help you. But I could, but just do your own research. But this was it was bad, man. I talked about this on Jack Black podcast, and yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a real shame. I mean, yeah. And then Kick-Ass came out in 2010, and he played a character called Chris Domanico, and the bad guy version of Red Mist. So yeah, he played, like the whole point of Kick-Ass is that it's these characters that, are superheroes, but they're not really superheroes. They just want to be superheroes, whatever. And Chris's character becomes Red Mist because, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you because that would give away a lot of the movie. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to do it. But I will say this: Kick-Ass is a pretty kick-ass movie. Sorry, but this is a really, really good movie. I think it surprised a lot of people when it came out because a lot of people were just like looking at this and like, the fuck is this? Is this like a comedy? Is this a real superhero movie? Is this like a spoof? Like, what is this? So yeah, it's a little bit of everything. I think it's R-rated too. Yeah. So yeah, and that threw a lot of people off too because they thought it was gonna be like this kids movie, whatever. Because it kind of does look like a kids movie, but it's not a kids movie. But excellent movie. Definitely check that one out. How to Train Your Dragon. He plays Fish Legs, the voice. Like I said, do a voiceover, easy money. Never seen these movies. I've been told. I hear good things. TV series called Party Down. He played Kent. It's just funny. He looks like Clark Kent with the glasses. Marmaduke, voiceover work, no problem. Kid Cudi, Erase Me, the video. We talked about that before. Kid Cudi kicks ass, man. I mean, honestly, the guy's come out with some pretty good albums. I mean, his first album's a classic, definitely. Like I said, he came out with that one bad album. Don't judge him by that. But other than that, excellent artist, for sure. Legend of the Bone Knapper. Or Bone Knapper. Yeah. Dragon. Okay. I'm assuming that has something to do with the How to Train Your Dragon series. You're So Hot with Chris, Mintz, Plasse, and David Franco. Sounds like a funny short, which it is. Then he came out with a movie, Fright Night. Oh wow, look at this one. Oh, this one looks, look at this poster here. Holy shit, this looks pretty creepy. All right. Guy's holding an axe and, he's, Colin Farrell's in there, and yeah, I never saw this one. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. I'm more of an old school guy when it comes to these classic, horror movies. Whatever. Again, this could be a good movie. I don't know. I might have to check it out. Who knows? Dragon's Gift of the Night Fury, video short. Book of Dragons, also a video short. Another short. Would You? You're So Hot, Part 2, with Dave Franco and Chris Mintz Plasse. Another short. Okay, there you go. So it's a continuing series they got going here. Paranorman, not paranormal, Paranorman. Play on words, I got it. Voice work, there you go. Pitch Perfect, he plays Tommy. Pitch Perfect, that sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, I know these movies. Yeah. I've never seen these movies. I'm told they're funny. I think they made like 3 of them or something. There's something to do about dancing or singing or something. That's cool. The Far Cry Experience is a TV miniseries. Friend Me, TV series. Movie 43. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh, you thought Year One was bad. Oh my God. I think I talked about this before in another podcast. This it was one of those movies that they tried to do different segments, and it just failed. His segment was about his sister had her period, and they tried to make a joke out of that. And I'm not saying I was disgusted by this skit or anything, but there's ways you gotta approach certain things, and I mean, it's I don't know. A lot of these jokes just didn't land in the movie. I mean, the whole movie was based on what was his name, Hugh Jackman having a sack for a chin or something, and you didn't mishear me, guys. So if you want to check this movie out for the shits and gigs, I don't know, maybe it's one of those cult classic movies that's so bad you have to see it. I personally don't think it is, but I'm gonna stick to Roadhouse. People say it's a bad movie, but I say it's a good movie. Anyways, Drunk Buddies, it's a short. Unknown Mortal Orchestra, so good at being in trouble, another video short. I'm seeing a pattern here with all these shorts. This Is the End. He played himself, obviously, like everyone else did in this movie. The whole point of this movie is that everybody gets together, all of Seth Rogen's buddies, and they have a house party, whatever, at Franco's house. And, a big earthquake happens, and, a lot of people don't make it. Is Christopher one of the people that makes it or doesn't make it? I don't know. You got to see it. But the movie is pretty funny. And one thing to note as well is Quentin Tarantino did his top 10 movies of that year, 2013. This was one of them. So it gives you a good idea how popular and funny this movie really is. Quentin is the man. He's awesome. And this movie is pretty funny. So, one thing I want to say about this movie, too, is when they were making the movie, I mean, they're all playing themselves. And then at one point, Jay Baruchel there, I will learn how to actually pronounce your name, not mispronounce your name. And I'm not mispronouncing it because you're a Montreal Canadian fan, okay? So, I don't know, fucking every time I do a podcast, it's either the Canadians, the Leafs, something fucking molds here. But anyways, even he said that they were making this movie, and it got to a point where they were trying to like just top each other with pranks and all that, and it got to a point where they just couldn't tell, or at least he couldn't tell, if people were being serious or not, and it fucked with him. But that's what a true friend does. He fucks with you, but at the same time, at the end of the day, says, I love you. And I guarantee you will love This Is the End. Then he did a movie, The To-Do List. He played Duffy. Again, he always has these cool names in movies. Kick-Ass 2. He plays Chris D'Amico, same character. And The Motherfucker. I guess that's better than, what was it, Red Dust? I forgot what it was. I don't know, The Motherfucker. That sounds better. I know part of it was taped in Toronto. I remember one point where... actually, what's funny is when I first saw the movie poster for this, I couldn't even tell that was Jim Carrey. Like, Jim Carrey shows up in this movie. He's great in this. There's a scene where it's nighttime. You can clearly see it's Dundas Square in Toronto. It's just still a good movie. I mean, the first one is way better. I'm not going to lie. But if you like the first one, you'll probably like the second one too. I still liked it. So check it out. DreamWorks, How to Train Your Dragon Legends TV series. Hit movie. Make the hit show. Why not? Mo money, mo money, mo money. DreamWorks Dragons TV series. Sure, why not? Keep going. Then they made, he was in a movie called Neighbors. Huge hit. So big that they made another one years later. I think they said it's Seth Rogen's only sequel to a movie that he's done. But anyways, McLovin plays a character called Scooney. His character has a very big dick, as you can see with the 3D printers they have in the movie. I'm sure whoever created the 3D printers loved that promotion. But yeah, this is a very funny movie as well. Basically him and what's the guy's name from the musical there? The Zac Efron. There you go. Yeah. He seems like a cool dude. They go at it. Seth Rogen just got married. They have a kid, and then they move in next to the frat there, and they're causing a bunch of shit. And a lot of funny people in this movie. They got Rose. I hope I'm saying this right again. Byron. I think so. Zoe Vargas, you got Carla Gallo, Zac Efron, Dave Franco. Franco, I got to give him props on this one just for doing the whole De Niro meet the parents thing there. I thought that was pretty funny. And then the guy there, what's his name? His real name is Gerard Carmichael. Great name, by the way. He does the fucking thing with he dresses up as the Samuel Jackson character in Jackie Brown, but then he does the speech from Pulp Fiction, and that scene's funny. And then Zac Efron is Raging Bull, Robert De Niro. It's funny. I'm probably not selling this movie well. The point is, this is a very funny movie. I enjoyed it, and you should enjoy it too. All right, go ahead. Just take your time. The week is it's Monday, 20 past the hour, and just have fun with it. How to Train Your Dragon 2. Why not? The first one was great. Make another one. You're So Hot, Volume 3 with Dave Franco and Chris Mintz Plasse. I'm definitely going to have to check these out. I mean, they keep making them, so I guess they're funny. I'm not downgrading them. I'm just saying, they must be doing a good job with them. Dragons, Dawn of the Dragon Racers. Cool. This whole guys, if you're part of a good franchise, especially with animation, today, all that, that's your bread and butter. So that's awesome. Alice in Wonderland featuring Wayne Coyne. Yeah, you don't know, a video short. He played himself. Tag. He played a character named Jacob. This is the movie I'm thinking of, or no, it's not. Okay, there's another movie that came out, the Tag, and it was literally about Tag, but no, this is this looks like a complete wow. Look at the poster here. I'm assuming that's blood or someone's wasting wine. But yeah, no, this is not the movie I was thinking of. Okay, I have not seen this one. Coladine Reddy, video short. He played himself. Madden 16. The Madden 16. I'm sorry, that was based on the video game. TV miniseries. He plays Janet. Okay. Sharing TV movie Grant. Sanjay and Craig TV series. Flank, another TV series. Get a Job. It looks like he's got tons of them. Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. Obviously played off the success off the first one. The second one is still pretty good, don't get me wrong. Again, unless we're talking like Austin Powers 2, there's no sequel to a comedy that's better than the first one. It's just, I've always said you can't laugh at the same thing twice. So, it's hard to top that. But still, Neighbors 2, if you like Neighbors 1, you'll like Neighbors 2. Don't worry about it. Trolls, again, voiceover work, awesome. The Great Indoors, as opposed to The Great Outdoors, with the greats John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. And that was Annette Bening's first movie, too. A lot of people don't know that. Anyways, useless information, guys. I could do this all day. It doesn't look like it's the same thing. No, it does not. Joel McHale's in it. I always liked him, man. He's a very funny guy. He had that show on, was it on E there? The Soup or the Talk or some shit? I don't know. That was funny. But a lot of people know him for Community as well. I like to think of him as from the guy from Community only for the first 3 seasons. But again, that's a story for another time. The Disaster Artist, Sid. This movie is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I mean, okay, so let's just get rid of the elephant in the room. No, not me. The whole James Franco thing, especially what's been happening the last couple of years. Despite all that, I don't want to get involved in that. I will say this, James Franco, he should have been nominated for Best Actor. He did win, I think, a Golden Globe for Best Actor for this movie. I mean, playing Tommy Wiseau. Obviously it's the movie based on The Room, and then they got the book. Him and his brother Dave Franco, they decided to make the movie out of it, and this movie is awesome. This is a great movie. I saw this on the first day it came out. I really looked forward to seeing this movie. I had a good feeling about it, and it turns out that my feeling was right. And again, the whole James Franco thing, whatever. I don't know what to tell you there. I talked about it a little bit in my podcast, #MeToo, #NotMe. But yeah, I mean, despite everything he's going through, this is an excellent movie. A great cast of people too. You got Alison Brie, who is married to Dave Franco. You got Seth Rogen in there. Zac Efron again. Paul Scheer, who is a really fucking funny guy. A lot of people may not know this guy. He was in the recent show Black Monday. He always shows up in a couple of Seth Rogen projects. He keeps a very close circle too. Ari Graynol, who I hope I said that name right. She showed up in the first episode of season 3 of Sopranos. I don't know if you remember Meadows' roommates, but then, she's done a lot of stuff since then. I'm Dying Up Here was a great series. Unfortunately, it only lasted 2 seasons, about stand-up comedy in the 70s at the famous The Store in LA. But this is a really great cast of people for this movie. This is a really great story about a really bad movie that has a huge cult following. This is a really good movie. I don't remember, to be honest with you, a lot about Christopher's character in this. I forgot he was even in this, I gotta be honest. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is more of a Dave and James Franco project here, and they did a really good job with this movie. Excellent. So if you ever have the chance, definitely check out this movie. Now, Trolls Holiday, more voiceover work, why not? Dragons Race to the Edge, again, I'm assuming it's got to do with the whole thing there. Cool. The Joel McHale Show with Joel McHale. Showed up on there a couple times. I'm sure you build a good friendship with him. Go on my show. Why not? Joel's a cool dude. Stand Against Evil, TV series. How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. How to Train Your Dragon, Homecoming. There you go. See, the money just keeps coming, guys. That's it. Quick little paycheck. Even Jay, I remember I heard him in an interview, the Jay Boucher there. You notice how I rushed his name there so people won't notice I mispronounced it. Very subtle. Anyways, I do love that guy, by the way. Not because we share the same birthday, because he is an awesome dude. He did a really good movie with Randy Quaid back in the day. Fuck, I forgot the name of the movie. But again, guys, I do this on the fly sometimes, these podcasts, so don't judge me, okay? Don't Don't go there, guys. I'm just saying. Despite him being a Montreal fan, I still love him. Anyways, he even said, you go in there, you do the voice work. I go in there all the time. They have a cheeseburger ready for me, and I do the voices, and boom, I get a nice paycheck. Okay. First of all, I honestly wish I had the metabolism of both Christopher and Jay. So let's just put that out there. So I'm always going to be jealous of those guys just for that alone. Promising young woman. Okay. Now, let's be honest, guys. The last year and a half has been fucked up because of COVID. A lot of people don't even know, if you can go to movie theaters. If you go to movie theaters, how the fuck are they making money with, 10 people in a theater? It's not worth it. So, we're trying to watch shit online. Are new movies still coming out? Are they coming straight to HBO? Are they going straight online? Whatever. This is a movie that came out last year. Absolutely worth seeing. One of the best movies, in my opinion, of 2020. Like I said, Promising Young Woman. Stars, I forgot how to say her name. Mulligan. Yeah. Carey Mulligan. There you go. Fuck. That was an easy one. Come on, guys. She plays a character named Cassandra. Now, the whole point of this movie is that it looks like it's based on the 1980s. And it says here, a young woman traumatized by a tragic event in her past seeks out revenge against those who crossed her path. Okay, so the way she does this is and this is how fucked up this movie is, but it's fucked up in a good way. It's like 1980, whatever. She's still living with her parents. I don't think she's working or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, one day a week, she goes out and she pretends to be just shit-faced drunk, just so she can lure a guy back to his house. And then all of a sudden, like that, she snaps out of it because she's not actually drunk. She's just doing it just to fuck with the guy and basically, tortures the guy. Not so much physical, more emotional. And it's insane. Like, it really is. Like it has a really fucked up ending. I don't want to give it away, but the one part with her and Christopher does a great job with this too. Like playing, she's a really good actress. She was great in Drive and Shame, and she's really good. But the back and forth she has with her and Christopher in the scene, because Christopher, like again, he's not playing McLovin. He's playing this huge asshole, that all he cares about is getting laid. And then when she snaps out of it, totally shocks him, and he's just like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." Again, I don't want to give any more away. You absolutely have to check out this movie. This is a really, really good performance from her, and yeah, absolutely worth seeing. And Christopher holds his own, and he proves that, he's not just McLovin. I mean, he could play that asshole role too. I mean, we don't think of him as that, obviously, but if you see him in this movie, you'll think different. So definitely check this one out, guys. It did win an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay, but it also got nominated for Best Motion Picture of the Year, Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role, obviously Carey, Best Achievement in Directing, and Best Achievement in Film Editing. Yeah, so again, can't say enough good things about this movie. Very good movie. Check it out. During all this shit that's going on in the world, what else do you got to do? Okay? Trust me. Just once. Then he also did a home movie, The Princess Bride, TV miniseries short. I don't know if that's interesting. I don't know if it's based on, I'm assuming it's based on the original shit. Serialized remake of The Princess Bride. There you go. Told in short chapters featuring celebrities at home during quarantine. Huh. That's, how come I never heard of this? That's interesting. Okay. Huh. That sounds pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll definitely check that out. And the last thing, actually, he started doing this in 2018 to 2021. He's in a TV series called Blark and Son, which, I gotta be honest with you, I've never heard of. And judging by the movie poster, it looks like clay animation. It looks, I mean, I don't know. You guys remember the California Raisins? So picture those guys as tolerant humans with really bugged out eyes. What does it say here? Blarkin's son follows the adventures of Blark, obviously, as he struggles to bond with his son, who he loves more than anything else in the world. Huh. It's got a pretty good rating, 7.6 out of 10. That's not bad. I never heard of the show. I don't know. The last cartoon really I've watched over the years, guys, is what is it? The Rick and Morty, which is, you know, the the on crack version of Back to the Future. So yeah, all right, I'll check this out. Why not? But you know, what I do know more than anything else in this world is he's a talented guy. I mean, he's been able to, you know, work the last, 12, 13 years after Superbad, and I don't know, it doesn't look like he's going to show any signs of slowing down. I'm assuming eventually he's going to make a part 4 with Dave Franco there. So, yeah, there you go, you know. Just because you don't hear of somebody, it doesn't mean that they're not still working. You know what I mean? I mean, that's why I created this whole kind of saga podcast here about, you know, what happened to, you know, these people. So, but I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, he will forever be known as McLovin. He just will, guys. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, that movie is an absolute classic. And, you know, like I said, a lot of actors have to work their asses off to be in a hit movie. Some people are just, it's 1 in a billion. They actually become that one. So, I don't know. To me, that is awesome. You know, everybody that was part of that film should be very proud of themselves. I mean, they created a comedic classic with that one, for sure. That's awesome. It really is. And I wish him all the best in the future. You know, it doesn't seem like he needs my help. Not that I could help him anyway, but I definitely want to check out that Princess Bride thing. I mean, that sounds interesting too. So, again, you know, between the success of Superbad and How to Train Your Dragon, I mean, it looks like he's going to be training dragons for the rest of his life, and that's going to be a nice little paycheck. So, that's awesome. I'll tell you what's really awesome as well is the actual ID. Now, I got this in front of me here. No, but not the actual card. I mean, you know, one day. But again, you know, congratulations on making it to 40. That's awesome. Yeah, he's from Hawaii. You know, you got the rainbow there. Driver's license, number 01-47-87441. And then you got date of birth, 06/03/1981, which somehow makes him older than me. Expiration date, 06/03/2008. Huh. Which is the same year the movie came out. That then, okay. Height is 5'10". No, I think he's like 5'7" or something. Yeah. He's not 5'10". Weight is 150. That again, that I call bullshit. Maybe he weighs 150 if he's holding a 50-pound dumbbell. Hair, bro, which is no, he's not Italian. Oh, well, maybe he is. Okay, no, just brown. Yep. Eyes, bro, which means brown. Yep. Sex, male. STY, which I assume is city. It says 0. I don't know. Issue date 06/18/1998. Okay, he's got a class 3 driver's license. Restr, RESTR, I don't know what that is. Endorsed. He's already got endorsements. That's good. You know, then it literally just says McLovin.
Wait, you changed your name to McLovin? McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Vogel? What are you trying to be, an Irish R&B singer?
Oh, they let you pick any name you want when you get down there.
And you landed on McLovin.
Yeah, it was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that and Muhammad? Why don't you pick a common name?
name like a normal person.
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for once.
Fogel, have you ever actually met anyone named Muhammad?
Have you actually ever met anyone named McLovin?
No, that's why you picked a dumb fucking name.
Fuck you.
Give me that. All right. You look like a future pedophile in this picture, number one. Number two, it doesn't even have a first name. It just says McLovin.
What? One name? One name? Who are you, Seal?
Fogel, his ID says you're 25 years old. Why wouldn't you just put 21, man?
Seth, listen up, ass face. Every day, hundreds of kids go into the liquor store with their fake IDs, and every single one says they're 21. How many 21-year-olds do you think there are in this town? It's all fucking strategy, all right?
Stay calm, okay? Let's not lose our heads. It's a fine ID. It's gonna work. It's passable, okay? This isn't terrible. I mean, it's up to you, Fogel. This guy's either gonna think, here's another kid with a fake ID, or here's McLovin, a 25-year-old Hawaiian organ donor. Okay? So what's it gonna be?
I am McLovin.
And he will forever be McLovin. I only wanted to play like a part of that, but I just had to play the whole fucking thing. First of all, props to Jonah Hill for wearing a Richard Pryor shirt. That's awesome. Second, again, I mean, this is just this movie's fucking hilarious. Again, why would it be between that and Mohammed? Okay, I get first of all, even before this movie, I had no idea that was the most common name in the world. But yeah, I mean, it gets even better, guys. Trust me. But yeah, I couldn't have pictured a better guy for this role. I mean, you know, some things in the world are just meant to be, and yeah, this movie is awesome. So. Again, props to Christopher for doing an excellent job in this role and all the other things I've seen him in, and I hope he keeps getting work. Keep making those dragon movies. That is a nice little paycheck. And if you ever want to pay him a visit, he lives at 892 Momona Street. That's in Honolulu. Honolulu? There you go. Oh, that's it. See, I've never seen it spelled. That's why. Hawaii, HI for short. 96820. And McLovin, that's a weird signature, too. It looks like an M and then an L and then just a scribble. It still looks better than my shit. But the point is, if you ever have a chance, and if you ever see this guy, just tell him thank you. Thank you for being one of the coolest nerds of all time. And thank you very much for providing us with such great entertainment and always telling us what time it is.
It's 10:33. Here.
What?
Point is, he is one of the coolest, if not the coolest, nerd that has ever hit cinema. And ladies and gentlemen, that answers the question, where did Christopher Mintz Plasse, aka McLovin, go?